Yesterday you were kind of facing issues with like what could have been, for all we know, early onset hypothermia.
Yep.
You're super cold even during the day.
Yep.
When it was sunny, when you was out in the sun,
Yep.
you'd have these cold waves come over you.
Yep.
uh, how do you feel differently today? It's a new day.
I'm feeling more positive today, actually. Last night didn't rain as much. Uh, Wearing a black bag to sort of trap in some body heat, that helped massively. So that might have to, if it gets too cold, might have to be a thing that I start using. Um, and you know, I had a decent night's sleep. I wasn't in uh, puddles of water, which was keeping me, forever cold.
So obviously, water drops your
Yeah.
temperature so quickly.
So, I've woken up today and I'm actually feeling really positive, completely flip of a coin from yesterday. Ready to crack on with the day, and try and see the project to the end, mate, which I reckon with more nights like that and, with the precautions we're taking now, I can do.
Yeah, sweet. So I guess it's all worked out good, the black bin bag.
Yeah, man.
And maybe you can take it home for fashion, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Take it, maybe sell it in like Next or River Island, Top Man,
Yeah,
ASOS. You go straight to ASOS.
see it more as a Primark kind of.
More of a Primark type of power.
Yeah, man.
I guess you're not vying for any kind of sponsorship deals from Primark.
I could always draw like a little Adidas logo on there, and sell it for like 50 quid.
Yeah, or Nike logo.
Nah, more of an Adidas, innit? Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cock sportif.
Nah.
Why not?
Because sweatshops, innit?
All of them do sweatshops.
Yeah, no.
Every single one.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no. What about you? How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I feel fine. Just low energy as normal. Body fat's dropping to so minimal levels now. In terms of, obviously I can lose more body fat, but once you get below like 11% body fat, that's when it starts to have real issues with you having low energy, as your body doesn't want to burn that remaining fat, as it's really important to your body's function.
Yeah. You ready to crack on and go fishing today?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling positive about it. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so I'm on a bit of a uneven surface right now, but it's gonna have to do. Yeah, so this whole time I've been out here, I'm yet to have a bow movement. James is a 2, I'm a 0 at the moment. Kind of shows how little has been ate, which is pretty much 0. Other than some kind of insects, I ate a lizard, I've had a cricket, I've had a few worms, a few ants as well, a few bugs, and a few berries, but it's not really enough to kind of make a bow movement, so I'm kind of concerned that I probably might go this whole journey without it. At the moment, you've got kind of two things in the wild. You've got thriving or surviving. At the moment, we're just surviving, which isn't the best. That just means we're eating hand to mouth. We're not getting enough calories in. This isn't too good. Hopefully, when we start fishing, hopefully we catch enough fish to kind of change that. We're going to start tomorrow. But with kind of the rain, it's becoming more unpredictable. So it's now raining during the day as well, which is making it difficult to be outside, because it kind of drops your body temperature, gets you wet. I'm under concern. In terms of this whole experience, my idea was to do it with as few kind of survival tools as possible. I feel like James might be taking the kind of easy way out at the moment, using like a black bin bag to stay warm at night. When we were travelling to the destination naked, he put his socks on, and he put my socks on as well. And that, I don't know, I feel like that's not too much survival. He could have fixed that issue with duct tape on his feet like I did, but he chose not to. So yeah, I guess we kind of see what pans out, because you want to have like a tough experience. You don't want to make it too easy on yourself. Doing stuff like that makes it a bit too easy, but each to their own. I guess we both have different ideas about this project, essentially. I want more of a raw survival. I guess he would use any equipment to kind of do that, but I guess we'll see how that pans. Sleeping in a shelter is a lot easier now. we've got plenty of leaves on there, so that there are still drips coming through, and it does still get wet, but we're not getting soaked. It's a lot nicer. But yeah, I look forward to getting home after my days. We've been in Malaysia for almost 2 weeks now, so another week and a few days, and we've been in Malaysia for about 2 weeks now, so another week and a few days, and we will be back home eating full meals, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, it's all going well. The blackouts are getting worse. The way to describe how the blackouts work for me, at least, is that it kind of visionettes. It starts with visionetting, and the blackness fades in until there's a tiny circle to see through, and then that goes, and it kind of goes away. But one of my latest ones, it actually hurt my head. That's the first time I felt pain, like actual real pain from a blackout. This doesn't bode too well. But yeah, keep on doing it. My scar is not going to heal whilst I'm out here. I've accepted that. I'll have to see a doctor when I get back to England. But other than that, I'm still doing fine. The hunger doesn't affect me that much. It's the low energy that affects me. Like, as much as I want food, I'm not feeling like, I need some food, like you would in England. Or maybe that's because that food's so accessible in England that, like, when you don't have it, you're like, well, it kind of hurts, I kind of need it. But out here, we know food's not really much of an option at the moment, because we haven't seen that many. We haven't seen many creatures, kind of like mammals or reptiles, to eat, to be honest. We haven't seen any. Well, I've had one lizard myself. James saw a large lizard the other day. I saw a monitor lizard back at our first location. This is coming almost 2 weeks ago. But yeah, keep going well, doing fine. Low energy is bad. I'm getting a bit too skinny, which means that my body's having difficulty burning my remaining fat, because it is kind of trying to hold onto it, because you do need fat to survive. Yeah, I think that's it for now. But yeah, no, I do think James, one of the key things that he's able to do is a great motivator. Having 2 people out here is I think it's probably a lot better than having one, because one person will, kind of having 2 people means you're kind of more motivated. You've got someone else to kind of like keep each other motivated and kind of keep each other strong. When you've got one person, you're kind of by yourself, and it's probably easier to give up. But yeah, 2 people helps you keep motivated and keeps you going quite hard. That's it. Also, yeah, I can tell how bad this lack of nutrition, lack of food is affecting me. So my knee injury, which I sustained on the first location by falling partway down very, very short ravine, maybe 8 feet, 7, 8 feet, I'm not really sure. Well, I didn't fall the whole way, but my knee kind of stayed on the surface. It's not healing. That would be like a 3-4 day maximum injury in England when you're eating plenty of food. Out here, it's been 2 weeks, and it's not doing much healing at all. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna let Jane speak to the camera soon. That's my knee. That is my knee. That is my knee. That is my knee hurting. Right now, we're going to make ourselves, or try to make ourselves a improvised fishing net using this. We know where the river is. We've been kind of delayed going back there for quite a few days now. It's maybe been 3 days, James?
Yep.
Because energy's been low. I'm kind of like also kind of hoping for my hand to heal a bit more, because once water gets to it, it kind of starts the healing process all over again. But we're going to crack on and see what we can make. At the moment, my energy levels are super low. I'm blacking out most times I'm standing up, pretty much. My last blackout actually hurt for the first time. Find a corner, so there's a mosquito on it. I've got 4 corners. I want to try to find my way up. In what looks like almost a straight line. There we go, so I'm going to make one. Just fold it over to give it a bit more strength. you could be carrying a certain amount of water out the river. And use this line, doing basic knots. It's on fisherman knots. I didn't know how to do fisherman knots at one point in the past, but you kind of forget. Can we just can you go back to the? I'll do part of it again. I wasn't recording, unfortunately. Okay, so right now, it's going to be making a improvised. Yeah, so right now we're going to be making an improvised fishing net from this mosquito net. I haven't been fishing before in my life, so it's kind of part guesswork and part from a theory from what I've read online on the old Wikipedia, I guess. So I'm going to crack on. Yeah, we haven't been able to go fishing in a while. Well, we've known where the river is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't been able to go fishing in a while. We've known where the river is, but we've kind of been delayed by lack of energy. Also, I've been kind of hoping for my wound to heal a bit more, because whenever it hits water, it kind of starts the healing process all over again, and it's going to increase the chances of infection. So I was going to kind of use this fishing line to kind of like put it together. I'm not using a proper fishing knot. I used to know how to do them, but that kind of goes out your mind whilst you're out here. Put a few on it. So what I've done as well is kind of roll it up to make it a bit stronger, as that's got to be pulled out of the water essentially. Just go into my medical kit. Get myself some scissors, so we can cut it at the right length. I'm kind of guessing the length. Better to cut too long than to cut too short. There we go. That's one corner done. Find another corner. There we go. Give it a fold. Just a decent amount. Just to give it a bit more strength when it comes out of the water, as you will be pulling up a fair bit of water, because these holes are quite small. So it take a while to drain out. There is no way to know. There's no way to know if this fishing method will work or not. It's just pure trial and error. You ever been fishing, James?
Yeah, once.
So you are already.
I've never caught anything.
You're already the most experienced fisher here. So let's see what happens.
I've not been this type of fishing.
When was the last time you went fishing?
About a month before we came out here.
You're an expert compared to me then. How long were you fishing out there for?
Pardon?
How long were you fishing?
About half a day.
Half a day.
Yeah.
Who are you out there fishing with?
My brother.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to cut this again, give it some length. Stuff out another corner. There we go. At least I think there's a corner. Don't use it anyway. Same repetitive action again and again. It's got bitten by another insect. Always a pleasure. What do you think our hopes, our chances of catching fish are, James?
It wasn't the kind of river where you could tell anything was living in there, so we are doing it a little bit blind. We're
We hope there's life in that river, unlike this forest. Yeah, it's just trial and error, man. We're just gonna have to keep trying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, where there's will, there's a way. But unfortunately, neither of us are called Will.
No.
So you're gonna have to just rely on faith, but neither of us are called Faith. So what do we have?
We have a James and we have a Dan.
We've got beginner's luck.
Yeah, we need some of that, to be fair.
I'm hoping that is a real thing, beginner's luck. So yeah, this type of fishing, I think, will be called Cien or Sen fishing. I'm not really sure, but you can always edit out or just voice over what kind of talking that kind of stuff. It's probably 100% incorrect. So, there you go. Think about it. If we had Jesus along with us, we'd only need one fish.
Yeah.
Feed 1,000 of us. I don't think either of us packed him, so it's going to be very difficult. The more kind of pieces of string we kind of tie, the more type of pieces of string we kind of tie here, that's going to reduce the pressure on each part of this very obviously weak mosquito net. So the more we do, the better. It makes it a bit more complex. Okay, I seem to have tied it to each other here without using any piece of string. Oh well, just got to do that part again. There we go. And all the way around now. Next is to tie the string together on some bamboo. It's hard to do. We need to find a decent tree for now, temporarily. We've got some bamboo which is near to the river. Obviously we won't use it, we won't kind of go get it until it comes to the chance. So for now, just leave it like that. I want to tie the pieces together. Let's see.
Can we just pause for a minute?
Yeah, sure, why?
Just getting really lightheaded.
That's right, yeah, pause.
Up and down. Should I stop the recording?
Yeah, fine.
Sorry, no.
So you're coming to the king of lightheadedness.
Huh?
You're coming to the king of lightheadedness. You don't need to apologise.
Just trying to capture as many shots as I can.
Yeah.
Stand on your feet for way too long, man.
Right.
Just moving. Makes you tired. Do it until
So yeah, we've just been hit by some afternoon rain. So we decided to come back in to shelter to keep all our gear dry, all our camera equipment dry, all our batteries dry. And we'll kind of have to, hopefully, if it does clear up, we'll be able to kind of continue doing our planning for fishing tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know, with the little energy we have, we kind of need to just stay warm.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, being cold, that will exhaust too much energy that too much energy that we don't really have at the moment. So, you know, the best thing for us is to just stay here until it all tides over, to be fair.
Exactly. With obviously with any kind of cold weather, your body's got to work harder to stay warm. Obviously, we wouldn't be shivering outside, but it still has to kind of work harder to be warm, and you don't kind of want to exert that energy. But yeah, obviously we've kind of this weather's becoming more and more unpredictable. We get deeper and deeper into monsoon season, so it's kind of at the start it used to just rain.
Sort of around
Just rain like about 7 into the evenings and overnight, but now it seems to be more and more often like raining during the afternoon as well, so it's kind of keeping us out from actually doing anything active at the moment.
My name's James Moynihan, 25, was working ordinary job 9 to 5 before I decided to come and do this with Dan. I wanted to test my body really. One of the main motivations is I was getting bored of my current situation. I wanted to take myself really so far out of my comfort zone, which this has done, to then test myself to say, can I do it? Have I got the perseverance? Have I got the drive, the ambition, to survive? And you see this kind of stuff on TV and you think, I wouldn't be able to do that, I wouldn't be able to do what they're doing. But I think everyone naturally inside them has the survival instincts and has the survival ability. It's just about unlocking that, honing in them skills, learning from each day to day on how you can do better, what needs to be done differently, and these are real skills that you can take into the real world once we finish this. And it's about, I like to challenge myself. I like the feeling of pushing my body to sort of the absolute limit, and then when you've finished, that sense of accomplishment, that's a bit of a drug to me. That's why I like to set myself these sort of different challenges every now and again, and they seem to be getting bigger and bigger as I do these. So
What were your other challenges?
I've done like an ultra marathon. I've done like 3 Peaks challenge. I've done sort of small sort of challenges that people do, but this seems to be the biggest one that's taken me out of my comfort zone. Test my body to different limits. Not only physically, mentally. There's a lot of time out here that plays on your mind. But God only knows what the next one's going to be, because how do you top this? I suppose it's only going to get bigger. But then I would have taken everything that I was a novice to this when I came out. I would take everything that I've learned here into the next one and make that a success as well.
What do you want to do next?
I don't know. There's a few ideas floating around. I'd like to do the sort of, Dan was sort of before has spoken about like an island thing, living on a deserted island. Wouldn't mind trying something like that. But for a bit longer of a period of time. Something where hunting can come into play. Maybe not something with so much rain. So maybe a different part of the country. Either that or just test myself physically. So I don't know, maybe a cycle challenge, something along those kind of lines. A walking challenge. I don't know really. I'd like to get this one over and done with first, to then think about that the next one. To be fair. So Dan, tell me a bit about yourself and the motivations for why you're out here and what you're doing.
Sure, yeah. Well, I'm Daniel. I work kind of like a normal job in England. My motivation to be out here is kind of similar to the other challenges I've done in my life. I like to kind of succeed and kind of achieve certain things. So I tried to walk across Europe when I was a bit younger. I didn't really get all the way across, anywhere near all the way across. I kind of was too ambitious in my plans. I got a decent way, so it wasn't it wasn't a success in terms of I got to where I wanted to be, but I learned all the things I wanted to learn. So it's more about the journey rather than the destination in that. The other year, I cycled across the Sahara Desert. I did it very successfully. Did the whole way through. got where I wanted to be, learn what I wanted to learn as well, and it kind of gives you direction in your life. I like to kind of set myself like achievable kind of targets. Sometimes the targets are actually almost unachievable, but I like to set myself targets to have something to work towards, rather than just like the normal kind of house kind of situation, a certain job that other people do have. One of the key motivations for like this certain project is just I wanted to do something quite cool. I've been planning to kind of go to a desert island for the past, it could be almost 2 years now. I can't remember how long. It's probably about 20 months potentially, and that takes quite a long time to plan. So this is kind of something which is in the intermission at the moment, just to kind of do before I go out there in the future, hopefully. But yeah, I wanted to choose like a kind of a wet kind of rainforest type environment, because that's kind of similar to a desert island. I've already been to the Sahara Desert, so you know this is a nice other kind of variant, which is kind of meets in the middle. If you kind of combine the two, you kind of get yourself a desert island essentially.
So how are you finding this? Is this a struggle compared to the other two challenges you've done? Or
yeah, I'm finding the main thing about this, originally in the first few days, the main problem was having the amount of weight that you're carrying, because you know, with 2 people, we were like alone with just 2 people, and we've got all our camera gear, which is all on our backs. You have to carry 2 bags at a time, full of chargers, batteries, all of that. It's quite difficult in that sense. But the main difficulty at the moment is having the low energy, having my body fat go lower and lower. It becomes harder and harder for the body to be able to kind of source energy from the body rather than having any food. But yeah, definitely the challenge is something which I'm very comfortable with. Yeah, I don't really come out here just to test myself. I like to have that sense of achievement and that go. Testing myself isn't the main thing, because like I know I can do certain things. There's certain things like I know I can do. I know that if I put my mind to it, I can do it. So I'm not coming out here to test myself, but I'm coming out here to kind of achieve something very difficult, something which is out of the norm. Like a lot of people, you know, when people were kids, you know, people wanted to be, you know, astronauts or you know, like famous like world-class footballers. But you know I'm not going to be any of those two. But what I can do is push myself as hard as I can, give like 120%, and I can, you know, achieve different things with like kind of different like successes, and it's a different achievement, and it's not something which a lot of people could do, because people aren't willing to do it. People might not have the ambition or the drive to do it, and it kind of gives you a whole different life, because obviously in kind of the Western world, everything comes so easy to you. There's a, you know, like 24 hours there's a shop like somewhere to kind of buy food. But here you kind of got you kind of escape from it all. You kind of live a different life for a certain amount of days, and that's what kind of excites me, how different it is here compared to how I get home. But like one of my main motivations nowadays, whilst I'm actually in this rainforest, is to get that kind of satisfaction and having that kind of that first meal when I get back to England. Like having a nice warm sausage roll. I know it's simple, but that's something which I look forward to, and I feel like before I have that sausage roll, I need to kind of achieve what I want to achieve out here before I feel like I truly deserve it.
How do you feel like you're going to adapt back into normal sort of 9 to 5 routine, having been out here for sort of 21 days? Do you think that's going to be difficult, or do you think, you know, will the urge to, you know, sort of get back out straight away?
Yeah, I feel like definitely when you get back from kind of these adventures, like from the Sahara Desert, you get like a incredible high that you've kind of achieved something, and everybody is trying to find out exactly what you did and that kind of stuff. But getting back into the 9 to 5 will be quite easy, because it will mean that I can just buy loads of food. I'll be an extra, so I'll be gorging on food for weeks and weeks and weeks, trying to get my body weight back up. So I'll definitely enjoy it, but there's always going to be that certain sense, that certain feeling of kind of dissatisfaction of you know, having had this experience and then obviously going back to the same job. There's always going to be that feeling of wanting to do something else and wanting to kind of move forward. So yeah, definitely it's going to make you essentially push yourself further in your life in England, rather than being kind of happy in a place where you're at. Because I've got a decent job, happy where it is, but you're going to want more. After this experience, you're always going to want more, because it's hard to go back, essentially, I think. So for another kind of day, I've had to go back into shelter very, very early due to the rain coming in earlier and earlier, just due to kind of like us getting deeper into the monsoon season. As you can see, it's not looking too good outside. There's one thing I never said enough whilst actually filming this, was just how impressed I was by James. He was an absolute trooper. I feel like when you're in the trip, you know, the hunger makes you feel, you know, less, you know, you're less enthusiastic and positive, but... What's the noise? What noise? Listen. Can you hear it? What's the noise? Weird.
It sounds like one of my chargers in my bag.
Really?
Or is it egg timer? Or
No. It's not an egg timer. Yeah, legit, what is that noise, you think? Well, guess I'd have to do that so. Are you trying to sleep face to face with me?
is there anything wrong with that?
You're obsessed.
Yeah, man.
You're obsessed.
What with this face looking you in the eyes? Trying to get some body warmth, mate. I'm fucking freezing.
How cold are you?
Quite cold. Are you not cold?
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what cold is anymore?
I do.
I don't.
It's this right now.
Your bin bag should help you.
It's partly helping me.
Does the body fat not help much?
I don't know. It's just obviously because I'm not used to calling me fat. Then I'm joking.
Yeah.
Cheers, because I'm not used to having so little now. This is quite a little for me.
It's a little for me. I want to. Oh, your body fat gone.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to eat some more ants, mate.
Yeah.
If you eat like 1,000 ants, that's at least
100 calories.
Yeah. That's bugs biting, mate. Nice. Good old bug bites. Your stomach growling a lot now.
Yeah.
A lot more than it was the other day.
Yep. Especially when I start thinking about food.
Word association food?
No.
Roast dinner.
Roast lamb,
Mint.
mango chutney.
Naan bread.
Oh, mate. Papador.
Curry.
Oh, mate. Rice.
Chili con carne.
Burrito.
That.
Oh, mate. Southern fried chicken.
KFC.
Oh, mate. McDonald's.
Beef burger.
Cheese.
Cheese and toast.
Beef.
With it's like bubbling so nicely. You got some ketchup underneath it, maybe some ketchup chili sauce, and the cheese is bubbling to the perfect amount, but it's still thick and just like greasy.
What cheese have you gone for?
I prefer just cheddar, to be honest, mate.
Strong one though.
Like mature cheddar, nothing too
Yeah.
fancy.
Real strong mature cheddar.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
So I just don't mature cheddar. Cottage cheese. Bugs biting. Bugs biting. Maybe we should bang a gong every time we get a bug bite. Bong. You just feel them calling sometimes. I don't know. Bong.
That's why we need to think out
Yeah,
there.
soon.
Stop them from getting underneath us.
I said cottage cheese.
Oh, I'm not playing anymore.
Why, are you getting too hungry?
Yeah.
David, the more we talk about it, the more likely we're going to dream about it.
I don't know whether I want to dream about it.
You don't want to dream about food?
No, because it's just going to make me
Food
hungry.
dreams are my best dreams.
Nah, man.
Mate, Jennifer Lawrence or food dream. I'm taking food dream every time.
Jennifer Lawrence and food dream.
I don't care. Forget about it. Jennifer Lawrence can be inside the food dream, feeding me. And I'm like, nah, I feed myself, man. I just eat it all myself. Like, I wouldn't care. You can put Scarlett Johansson in there as well. I'm still going straight for those Oreos. I'm going straight for those sausage rolls.
How are you going to get like, you know they used to do they still do 4 for like £3 sausage rolls?
4 for 3, yeah.
You going to get that?
Oh, mate, always do.
With a steak bake?
No, I get them all. I get the 4 for 3 sausage rolls for like when I'm actually at work.
Yeah.
Like on the way to work when I've bought it, I'll eat like the steak bakes and that.
Really?
Yeah.
I like a cheese and bacon slice, yeah, just try it for a boy.
Cheese and bacon slice, I'll give it a go. That's not the one where like you can. Does it look like a steak slice?
No, it's like a turnover.
It's like a turnover. Oh no, I've never had those actually.
Yeah.
I've avoided those ones.
Why?
Is the cheese like melted or is the cheese like?
Yeah, cheese.
No, but is it like hardened?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know. I'll give it a go though. I will give it a go this time.
No.
Does it have to be warm to be nice?
Yeah.
What if it's not warm?
Then ask for a warm one.
No, they've got to put one in the oven.
Fucking Greg's, they've got everything in the oven, don't they?
No, it's like if it's out on the show.
What's your thoughts on the old sausage, bean and cheese melt?
Really good.
You a fan of that, yeah?
Big fan. Massive fan of that.
What's your, in ranking order, how would you rank steak slice?
Steak slice is number one.
Chicken slice and cheese bean melt.
Steak slice, cheese and bean sausage melt, and then chicken slice.
Oh, maybe the chicken slice is nice.
No, but it's the cream isn't as good as like it's gravy, is it? The gravy is what makes all the best slices. We're looking at noises outside earlier.
Dunno.
Could be anything, mate. Could be a chupacabra. That's a mythical, I think, Californian woodlands creature.
Mexican creature, yeah.
Is it Mexican? Oh, fair.
Chupacabra.
Mm.
It's like Bigfoot, isn't it?
It's in Workaholics at one point, that's why they brought out. Thought they killed it.
It's in South Park as well.
Like, South Park's like Colorado, so far away. Your stomach growls so loud, mate, it can scare tigers away.
Yeah, man. That's a good thing.
Talk about food.
No, man. I'm getting too hungry. Getting too cold.
It's all about food. I like the word association because it takes us so different routes.
Nah, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Nah.
Nando's.
Oh, mate, Nando's. I do love
What's your next thought, Nando's?
eating it.
No, word association.
No, I'm just waiting. I'm ordering my Nando's. I'm getting my pita and hummus, man. With a little drizzle.
Oh, yeah.
That's going
Drizzle, you mean Drake?
No, drizzle.
Oh, yeah.
That's going in my mouth, man. Warm pita as well.
Nando's is overrated, bro.
No, man, just let me have my moment, man.
Okay, you have your moment. Well, okay, man. I'm going to pretend to be the Nando's person behind the till. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds scam. I'm just like, okay, you walk in.
Yeah. And they always ask you the same question. Have you been to Nando's before? Fucking of course I've been to Nando's.
Okay, let me ask
before.
a question. Hey, skinny dude. Obviously, because you've come from the jungle, so you're quite skinny. You ever been to Nando's before? You look like you've never even had a chicken. You look like you're vegetarian. Get out my shop.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Excuse me, mate. I'm a fucking veteran at this, yeah? So don't ask me if I've been to Nando's, yeah?
You swear so much, man. No, I'm just working my basic job, man. No need to swear.
Yeah. Well, let me just go order. So I go up, order. Right.
What are you ordering?
On table number,
Yeah.
Right. I want double chicken and pita. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that hot.
Yeah.
I want cheese, pineapple in that as well.
Oh yeah, cheese, pineapple. You getting any ham in that?
No, you don't do ham.
Or pork?
No, they don't do pork.
Man, that doesn't even that good. I'm not a big fan.
And then I want peri salted chips on the side. I want coleslaw as well.
Some slaw.
Yeah, man. I want the pita and hummus for starter. I also want three bowls of halloumi, and I want some peronaise.
Yeah.
Pronto.
Okay, the wait time for that will be 2 days. What do you do now? Do you pull out a shotgun?
I wait.
You wait 2 days.
Yeah.
Is it that good? You wait 2 days.
Mate, I've waited 20